If you are lacking in self esteem, you are going to struggle to attract the things you want into your life. And I'm going to explain why. Having a lack of self confidence, not loving yourself enough, not feeling complete as you are, is very, very common. We live in a society where it's normal to chase external things and external people. And I talk a lot about self care, self love, and I talk a lot about the energy that you put out and what that will bring into your life. But all of this ties together. I'm going to talk to you about something called importance. And this spans both sides of this. Stick around till the end because I'm going to explain how self esteem, self confidence ties into not getting what you want, and also why giving things importance is stopping you from getting the things that you want in your life. So, on an energetic basis, when you make something extremely important or someone, for example, you feel like I need that person to like me, whether this is a romantic love, a sexual love, a friendship love, you need that person's attention. You need them to show up for you in a certain way. And the more intense that energy is in you, the less likely that person is to be able to give you what you want. So when you are putting all of your energy into needing something and wanting something in your life or a person, you are repelling that from coming into your energy because you are creating a fracture, a divide, an inequality. So if you in your natural state are here and you decide that you really want this person, what you're doing is you're putting them up on a pedestal. Now, all they can do from this perspective is look down on you. This is never going to be an even relationship. And the energy can't flow freely between the two of you if you're doing that. You need to keep people, things in a natural state. Now, that doesn't mean, and here's where we start talking about self esteem, that doesn't mean if you have low self esteem and you don't think you're worth very much, or you don't think you're worth that person that's going to treat you brilliant, it doesn't mean that you should start looking for people that will treat you in a way that you think you deserve. This is where you need to find your natural state of being, your natural balance that will attract the things in your life that are going to be healthy for you and nourishing for you. And this is where self awareness comes in. I talk about this so much, but it's so important. And starting to become aware of how you really feel about yourself. So often, I have sessions with new clients. They come in and they say, I want to get this new job, or, my relationship has ended and I really want to sort out my life, my lifestyle, the energy that I'm putting out there. I want to attract better things into my life. But actually, when we start to unpick and we get underneath all the layers, we find that they have absolutely no self esteem, no care for themselves, no love for themselves. So they're operating from a really low place. That is not our natural state of being. Okay. Everybody on this planet, our natural state of being is not one of suffering. Our natural state of being is one of easiness and love and joy. So when you analyze or you go see a coach and you find out that actually your self esteem is not very good, your self confidence is not very good, you don't love yourself, you don't enjoy your own time, you are constantly looking for outside validation, the biggest thing you need to do is you need to let go of everything else. Your main work now is to work on yourself, work on your own self esteem, and build yourself up, not in a false way. I don't mean stand in the mirror and tell yourself you're fantastic 25 times. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Positive affirmations are fantastic, but they are not going to change your life at a cellular level, which is what you want to do if you are down on yourself. So if you are suffering from cynicism, depression, anxiety, what you need to do is rebuild yourself into your own natural state of being. Rebuild your life. You can reach out and use a coach. You'll get there way faster than doing it by yourself. You can read self-help books. You can do meditations. You can use your support network around you if you have a good, healthy support network. There are a million routes to do this, and they're all other videos. The important thing is that you focus on bringing yourself up to a point where when you reanalyze, when you've done the work and you think about where you're at in your life, you realize you enjoy being by yourself. You like your company. You're confident in who you are. You're no longer looking to other people for validation. You don't need everybody else to tell you that you make sense. This is a common one. You hear yourself saying, "Does that make sense?" after every sentence. You have things to work on. You need to do some shadow work. You need to figure out why you have such a lack of confidence that you need the other person in the conversation to keep on validating that you make sense. I see this come up in sessions in coaching all the time. One of the first things I have to do as a coach is sit back and allow my client to be uncomfortable for a little while because they are used to saying, "Oh, yeah, does that make sense? What do you think?" And I don't answer them because it doesn't matter what I think. I don't just sit there silently. Well, I do sometimes, but that's not the point. The point is, one of the most powerful things I can do in my work is to hold space for someone while they learn to validate themselves. And very often within 3 or 4 sessions, they will do the automatic, "Oh, what do you think? Does that make sense?" And then they'll laugh and they'll say, "I know, it doesn't matter what you think. I think that makes sense." And that's when they're starting to learn to validate themselves. And it's actually an incredibly beautiful thing to witness. I absolutely love it. But it is so important because once you're at that stage where you feel safe with yourself and you like who you are, then and only then can you start attracting things into your life that are a vibrational match, that are an energetic match or an emotional match for what you want. If you are thinking, "I need that person to call me back," maybe you've had a job interview and you're thinking, "I want them to call me back. They need to call me back. They need to call me back. I need the money. I need the job. I need them." That energy is going to repel you. Think about any situation where you have really needed something, like desperately, maniacally. We have all been there, where you just think, "The only thing I can think about is this. Like, if I just get this, everything will be all right. I need it, 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 I need it." When you're in that energy, it's very rare that comes off. It's very rare that you get the thing that you were so desperately hankering after, because it's the wrong energy. Once you're in a place where you are full of self-esteem, good self-esteem, you love yourself, you're confident, then you can start putting into place awareness of what importance you're putting on things. And this, I mentioned this at the beginning, this is something that misaligns people and situations all of the time. And a great way to look at it is, what importance are you putting on something? Because as soon as you make it important, you're saying it is above you. You're saying it's not a natural fit for you. So as soon as you do that, you're breaking the easy, energetic match. So if you're saying, "This house move is really important, this person is important, this job is important, this weight loss is important, this sleep, this is something I suffer with. I've suffered with insomnia for 20 years now. I've been to several sleep clinics. I have tried every medication in the book. I have tried every single sleep hygiene technique that you can think of. I do cold water plunge pools. I work out. I've tried working out at different times. I've tried having no screen time for a certain amount. I've done it all, okay? But our minds are powerful. And I place so much importance on sleep, on how fast I sleep, how many times I wake up, how much sleep I get, what quality of sleep I get, what cycles of sleep I hit when I'm in sleep. I do that so much that it's impossible for my own brain to let go and to sleep. Now, when I started to learn to just be okay with whatever happened, and I started to learn that no matter how much sleep I got, I was going to be okay. I started to learn to soothe my own system, and I stopped putting so much importance on how much sleep I get, when I get to sleep, what rhythms of what sleep states I've been in for how long through the night. I mean, I got crazy about it because without sleep you get really sick and emotionally things are tough. So it was a catch-22, the more important it became to me to get sleep, the less I could get sleep. So I'm now in a place in my life where I'm off sleeping medication and I don't always sleep great. However, I have a much better relationship with that. And I have more peace now than I had a year ago or 2 years ago because I don't place that importance. It's still a work in progress. I'm not a fully enlightened person just going around with everything being super simple. I'm just a regular human being like you. And I still struggle with it. It's still something that I'm working on, which is kind of why I wanted to talk about it, because I've seen it work with something that was so entrenched in me for such a long time. Even something that seemed like professionals, health professionals, could not help me. They wrote me off. They put electrodes all over my head. I would sleep in them. They say your brain doesn't shut off. We're out of ideas. We don't know. And they sent me away. 2 sleep clinics did that. And the only way I've gained any relief from that is to stop making it so important. When you place a huge level of importance on anything and you elevate it above you, you are not making very good conditions for it to come to you. You need to be able to be so confident with yourself, so comfortable with yourself, so happy in yourself that you are able to say, that would be nice. That happened, that would be nice. But if that doesn't happen, I trust that something better will happen. Because when you feel like that and you can surrender the need to control how important something is, you become so much more magnetic to the things that you want. Now, whether you want to think about this from the law of attraction perspective or whether you want to think about it from a psychological perspective, it makes all the difference in the world. So there are 2 takeaways from this video. The first one, really funny, actually. The first one I was going to say is the importance of self-care, self-love. You almost don't want to put that on the pedestal. But it is crucial, actually, that you start from a strong standing block. And you cannot have any strength or any control in your life until you are the steadfast starting point. So working on yourself is your priority, because when you are feeling whole, you're feeling loved by yourself, you're feeling validated, feeling confident, you are taking care of yourself because you're important to yourself. You being important to you is a positive thing. The irony of using that word in this video is making me chuckle. But the second thing is to be aware when you are placing importance on something, when you are elevating something so that it doesn't feel comfortable. Because whatever it is that you want, whether it's that new car, that new job, that new relationship, that new friendship, that new house, that new lifestyle, in order for you to get it, in order for you to attract it into your life, it has to feel normal, has to feel comfortable. This is why so many people, look this up, the statistics on this are wild. So many people who win the lottery, they win $1 million, $100 million, whatever the lottery is now, or pounds, 100 million pounds, whatever the lottery is, they win it, and a vast majority of lottery winners lose all of it. They squander it. They don't know how to deal with it. They don't know what to do with it. And it's not natural to them. It doesn't feel natural to them. They don't align themselves with it. They don't take the time to align themselves with a new lifestyle. Therefore, it's not an energetic match and it cannot stay in their life. And this is the same for anything. You need to feel, you need to align yourself with the thing that you want in your life, but also have the peace of mind to trust in yourself, in the future, in fate, in the universe, whatever you want to put your faith in. You have to be able to trust that if that doesn't happen the way you think you want it to happen, it's okay, because maybe there are 5 other ways you could be in a situation that makes you just as happy. So learn to be okay with the unknown. And this comes quickest and easiest and strongest once you have that solid base, that solid foundation of loving yourself, respecting yourself, having great boundaries, knowing who you are. This is why I talk so much about self-care and self-love, because it really is at the root of everything we want. And in coaching, we're talking about, okay, where are you now? Where do you want to be? Let's build a bridge between A and B. Let's get you there. How do we get you there? But if the foundation for the beginning isn't strong, you're going to struggle to get absolutely anything that you're striving for. So to build a strong foundation of yourself is to put yourself in the best position possible to have the life of your dreams. I really hope this was helpful. I have got a ton of free resources that I can give you on self-care. So if you've got to this point of the video, then thank you. I appreciate you for staying till the end. And if you would like a free copy of those, drop me a message. I'll reach out to you. You can send me your email and I'll just ping them over to you. They are for free. There's no obligation. There's nothing to sign up to. I just, for free, have resources I can give you to help you begin your self-care journey. As always, guys, have the best day.